Hi, this is Brenda for hardrockhaven.net, and tonight I'm with
RavenEye!
Hi guys, and welcome. welcome. Tonight we're coming to you from the Diamond Rock Club in County Antrim, Northern Ireland. And I'm with the awesomest band in the whole world. You guys are brilliant. First of all, I want to thank you for coming over and taking the time to chat to me about your new album. Your album is fantastic, Nova. Brilliant, as we can see in the background here.
Oh, well done.
What are these?
Oh, well,
I did not expect RavenEye. Oh shit!
Yeah.
I'm gonna not ever touch that display again.
Yeah, well, I'm telling everybody, if they do not have this album, I will look for you, I will find you, and I will kill you. So, yeah, that's my thing. Right, first of all, welcome to the band as well, Adam.
Oh, thank you for inviting me.
You haven't had the pleasure of talking to me yet, but... Okay, you're near the end of another UK tour.
Yeah.
You're just back from South America as well. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. First of all, I want to talk about Nova. This is a brilliant album. Fantastic. Well done. Congratulations. It's getting absolutely rave reviews. But I want to talk to you guys about it, because I know you keep saying that this is a journey and it has shaped you guys, and all the tours that you've done, all the supports that you've done, and all the people you've met on the way. But what, as a band, has made this album so special for you guys? For new viewers?
Wow. I think with this album, I think there was a clear purpose of what the sound was going to be like. So the EP kind of was a mistake, like it kind of came together conveniently, and then it took us far beyond what we really thought. But then with the album, there was a clear direction of what we wanted to do. Yeah. We went in with 25 songs. Like we knew what we wanted to. We knew the songs that we were going to record with after writing as many as we could. And I think there was no compromise. We were 25 days in a row. We worked every minute of that time in the studio. We did not spend any time off. You know, to eat, we were still doing stuff. Like we were eating, we were listening to the text, make sure it was always full on. And it took a lot out of us. It was a long emotional journey for various reasons. But
it's not just a collection of songs. It is very personal. A lot of the songs are.
It's our lives at the end. You know, we live, breathe this thing. Like RavenEye is so much more than just a band for us. It's our lifestyle. We've worked so hard to get to this point, and I think this record it was that kind of release. Like, here's what we did achieve from working this hard and what we really believed in. It was emotional. I think by the end of it, we were pretty spent. But the last song we were mixing was Eternity. I think we're all getting pretty emotional because we're like flying home and it's just. It's one of those really intense journeys, but the most intense musical journey I've been on.
Yeah. So what do you think was the most important element in this album that actually made it as good as it is? I mean, when I listen to it every day, for example, I mean, I have a new favourite. There's not a weak record, there's not a weak track on this record at all. I mean, you have blues, you have groove, you have deep hard grind at 1 minute, you have a ballad, you have everything for everybody in this album. How did you manage to make something so collected, so wide-ranged?
That was something we were conscious about the whole time. So we wanted this record to be not about, you know, you get the albums where they find the favourite song they want to write and then they write a bunch of songs around it. Like we want it to be like track 1 to 11, each song has its own, in a sense, like its own little identity. So it's this journey, it's this sonic journey that you listen to, it keeps you interested, it keeps you going. And you've got songs like Supernova, which are about, the whole album is about kind of the epitome, like the height of emotional moments. You know, you've got Hate, where it's about someone's hate manifesting inside you and so kind of saying, you know, fuck you, that means nothing to me anymore, and that I'm so much stronger because of your hate, because of what you've done. You know, I'm trying to think of the lyrics of the song now. I should know the lyrics of the song. All the time, doesn't matter how hard you break me, it's the fuel to the fire that makes me. And that's the lyrics. That first line was just not actually real words, that was that's not in the song. And like, you know, then you got songs like Wanna Feel, which is like about sex, and that, you know, sex is obviously, you know, that peak. You know, everyone, you know, no one's gonna say that shit. Well, actually, some people do actually. I mean, that's the end of some relation. But so yeah, that was kind of, you know, it's all about that kind of journey of like the peaks, emotions.
Yeah.
I think another thing too was we were really lucky to record in New York, or in New Jersey actually, with a guy called Warren Riker who produced the album. He's a special guy. Like
he's phenomenal.
He really is.
Yeah, he writes for films and music. He does games and he does all sorts of things.
Yeah, I mean it was like we used up every channel of. Yeah. I mean, how many channels?
48.
Yeah, we just and we're, you know, pulling sounds for days, and it was just, the whole experience was pretty incredible. So I think whilst we were trying to create the journey, like sonically, what went into preparing it and actually getting it down and recording it was really special as well. I think that all kind of comes
this
together.
is what I'm getting at, because I know it was difficult for you. I mean, you've done so much in 2 short years, really, and it's to produce a record that quickly, that good. I'm trying to get at what do you think your magic is? I mean, you seem to have the Midas touch. Everything, the EP, phenomenal.
Thank you.
The debut album, phenomenal. What do you think you have that other bands don't have?
I guess we never really think that way. Like, I think our thing is like we're driven by, like, the great thing about the engineer is Warren, who produced it. Like, he was the engineer for the EP, and then we remixed it, and he knew the sonic identity of the band before we even fully realised it as well. So we went in, we all knew exactly, like, there was no disagreements of tones or anything like that. Everything was really beautifully laid out. Everything was just a pursuit to get the best sound, the best space, the best atmosphere of the record. We wanted it to be grungy, like, you know, I think now in modern rock, sometimes people can get really wrapped up in the cleanliness of it all, making everything tight, quantizing drums to the point where you remove the actual feel. You know, feel is not a computer. You know, when they start putting it in time, little blocks, it starts taking away that space when a band's playing together and they're moving in those waves. And all the guitars, you know, we did, everything was tracked live, so it wasn't a bunch of, like, you know, you do the first guitar verse and then you do a chorus. Like, we did everything as one track, and then we'd do layers of things. But it was all just layered individually, but we still kept the organic sound of it. That was the main thing of this record, and I do feel like.
I was going to ask you about that sound, because whenever you listen to the record, the more I listen to it, the more I'm hearing. Okay, it's actually getting inside of my head now. It sounds like it's 5 guitars. How do you get that sound? Seriously, that in Walls, for example.
Yeah, well, that was fun. Like, we did play around that, so we had baritone guitar in that one, just for some of the riffs and parts. And like I said, we do always double check guitars, but we have amps, like this massive room. We had 2 different cabinets and different spaces in the room, and you know, that was just one thing we really wanted to keep, that so that everything we can recreate is live. So I think for us as a band, 3-piece, we want that to be, you know, we are who we are. We're not trying to, like, put sparkles around the album. So it's, you know, we've got little crazy sound effects here, some jangling chains, and you know, a little fairy, I don't know, I don't try and think of something, other sound effects. We just didn't want any of that. We really want to be this honest record. So when you see this live, it means that we can take the show even better. Like, you know, the CD is definitely to get us out there to as many people, but the live show is where, you know, every band should be taking it even. You know, the CD is nothing compared to what the live show is going to be.
Speaking of Warren, I know, because he is a very talented man. Did he actually?
He's really good looking too. Just talking about that.
I have to look him up more.
Yeah. He's a beautiful man.
Did he change anything when you were producing, when you were making the record? I mean,
in what sense?
When you brought an idea, did he say, "Nah, that's not going to work. We're going to do it this way"? Did he actually just go along with whatever you wanted?
So we spent a lot of time writing the songs and producing demos that were pretty close to what was going to be, as good as we could get them. Oli did, like, lots of the drum tracking, like with keyboards, and so we had, like, this version of what we were going for. And so to answer your question, no, I don't think Warren really changed anything and said no to anything. It was always, you know, a discussion, and it was like, why don't we try this? Yeah, let's try it. That didn't work. Let's try this. Fuck yeah, that worked. Let's try this. We can get it better.
But it was a collective effort.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Everyone was working together. It was a beautiful, and everyone worked the whole time. Everyone was busy, and there was no point where we all get stressed with each other for the wrong reasons. Everyone was just really motivated by it. You know, we had our breaks. We played badminton. We played American football. We were throwing a ball thing every now and then, just to, like, get your head out of the space when it becomes a bit, you know, intense. But yeah, it was incredible, really good.
What's the best one and the worst one you think to play live? Because there's a couple of those songs, Oli, you're in the sky, your voice. How does he play that live night after night? Is there any that's really difficult to play live?
No, definitely not.
Was that conscious decision when you were writing the music?
No, the music came first. Like, we did a lot of the vocal demos were just like song, because I live in an apartment, so I don't want to piss off my neighbours too much. So everything was like sung. I wasn't going, ah! Yeah, I wasn't really screaming for it. So, and then all of a sudden we realised, we're like, fuck me, okay, this is really high. But then it's too late, and like you bring it down in key, and it's like, no, the emotion's gone. Like, keys are so important; they really change the atmosphere and the sound of the song. You know, it's like when you, like, you know, all the singers now, they kind of bring the songs down like a tone or a tone and a half, and you're like, thinking I'm missing something. Of course, we've got too many range goes, but it was yeah. No, there isn't anything that I have problems with. I think the problem was getting everything succinct and getting everything together and making us feel like a band again, because obviously this is new for all us three as well, like getting everything, like, because Adam's contribution to the drummer is so unique, the same way, you know, we're going to record the drums, like, his contribution is unique to the thing, but the main part of this band is us being a band, so Adam having his say in the live output, how we deliver this, and him creating his own identity, really made this together as a live band to take it to that next step for us. That's not just, you know, his love and dedication for it changed the sound for us as a live show. So songs evolved and developed, and like we've got some cool things that we do together as a, you know, as a three-piece, as a two-piece as well. Sometimes we fuck Aaron off and he doesn't come and.
I was going to ask, do you actually?
My favourite
Best bit. I love having it. Jameson.
Do you have any say then on the order of the songs? Does the order make any difference to how you play? Because you might get tired at the end of the set. Or do they keep you fit and make you work out every day?
God, if you said that.
All the fast ones first.
Yeah, get them out of the way.
Yeah, I know. I think it's kind of we wanted, like, when I joined this band, it was kind of like we wanted the live stuff to be more of a journey than the record, if that makes sense.
Oh,
so we
wow.
kind of stopped. We wanted to like create like the peaks and troughs to be as evident as possible in the live show. Just start off with really high intensity stuff, and then kind of drop it back down, and then bring it up even more at the end, kind of thing. So
give people breathers.
yeah, exactly. Give people's ears a break for a while, and then kind of kick it into overdrive at the end.
Right. This is, I love the record. Seriously, Nova is, it's my album of 2016. I think it's just absolutely awesome. So, moving on a little bit from Nova, do you, because you have a jazz background, I was going to call you Aaron, and you, I know you have a punk background, you've been in a punk band before. Whenever have you thought about maybe bringing somewhere that in the next record, you know,
We're going to do a jazz punk fusion record.
Yes,
the next
yes. You really have touched on just about everything. Well, whenever it comes to the next record, do you think that will maybe have an effect? Because the band is, like you said, it's constantly evolving. Do you think that will change? And this record is very, very much for everybody.
It's funny with Nova. I mean, Oli and my backgrounds are quite different. But when it came to writing, it was so clear what was right and what was wrong, what worked and what didn't. There was no fighting.
It wasn't a background at all. It was just
it was just
the song was here, and we're underneath it, and it's like, well, what do we do to get the best out of this entity here? It was never a case of like, well, I've got this knowledge. Like, it's definitely just it's what feels right, and whether you're in a punk background or a jazz background, like it's RavenEye. This is RavenEye's path, and it's what's right for RavenEye, despite anyone's knowledge. It's just what's right for that sound to really kind of give it that heavy intensity. Does it have a big riff? Yeah, then that's fine then. That's pretty much all the requirements.
So you do have a distinctive tone. Is that your guitar, or is that just your style of playing?
Yeah, it's mainly just me that gives it.
How do you deal with this, boy? Okay, in the making of Nova, would you...
That's a bad song. Wow! You were meant to like say, no, he's great.
He flies in a cat box.
Yeah.
In the making of Nova, would you say that you learned any lessons, good or bad? What was the main thing you learned that was good, or the thing that
I think we learned that no matter how much time you have in the studio, you will always run out of time.
Always run out of time.
Or we had 25 days, which in my history is a long time. It's probably twice as long as I've ever been in the studio on one project.
Really?
And we still ran out of time. We were working like we're pulling 20-hour days just to get all the
last week.
And we ran out of time. So that would be a lesson.
I don't think people realise how much hard work actually goes into it.
We were recording 20 minutes by train into the center of New York City. We didn't get into New York City. That's how rammed we were in the studio. We just didn't get a day off.
Yeah,
Which kind of sucked.
I think the main thing is also, I think something we learned. What's something I learned? I just think I really appreciate is to let certain things go. To let those little things that set your ear off as an individual, let it go for the greater good of, like, you know, do you need to go up that riff again? You know, or have you got it? Or are you just being a bit pedantic? Are you going too far? It's like some of the solo breaks sometimes where it just feels right, and like everyone in the studio is kind of, we're all erupting with, like, you know, and it was like in my lab, like I was trying a bunch of takes, and like some of them feeling really good, but there was one where it's just like I screwed up a note. We were all like, that was the one. Like there was this atmosphere, and it's like, you know what? If that's the emotion that invokes in you when you're in the studio at that point in time, no one's going to care about that one note. I'm not trying to be, you know, a completely finessed guitarist. Like, and for Home I Love, like, I think the main thing about these songs and these solos is more about the solo fitting the sound of the song, where like previously it'd be more like what the solo would dictate which way the song's going to go. And this band, it's more about the sound, the soundscape. So Home I Love's got that kind of all over the place feel, and the solo should be all that kind of vibe. So.
I know that you guys are very talented, and there will definitely be a next record. So what would you do differently whenever you get together next time?
I'm not sure that we're going to consciously do anything differently. I think we're just going to do it the way we do it.
I think we're just going to keep writing.
Yeah,
I think just write more. Like we'll just keep writing now. I think that's the main thing. We've kind of learned how we can write now, and just to kind of we can be more efficient with it. Sometimes it's luck. Like, you know, songs like Eternity, that came from being overtired and sitting on the couch and just strumming some chords out. And like literally that was the weird experience, because all the lyrics are coming out. Like, so it would be strumming a thing and then vent out lines. Like it would line after line after line. Every verse of that was just the first words that come out. We didn't finesse them, and then all we did was just rearrange them so it made sense as a story. But I've never ever had an experience like that where every line is like the Blackbird's calling thing chorus for you. It's like, I don't know where that came from. It's just there it is. And it's great, but it's a fault. It gives you like this false sense of confidence. You're like, oh fuck, I'm a songwriter now. I'm just gonna pen down these next words. All of a sudden you're like, I went downstairs.
It looks more like a shopping list.
Yeah, you are a conveyor belt pop band then.
Yeah.
We sort of did find that though. Like, our goal was, so something that we definitely do again is to try and overwrite for the record. So we were like, we need 10 songs.
Yeah.
Let's write 20. So I think we ended up with 25.
Yeah.
But you know, we were able to. By the time that we were getting into the rhythm and really starting to knock these things out, I mean, like Eternity, I think Hero was done. I think we did Hero in like half a day.
Yeah.
It just happened. It just went bang.
Yeah.
It just exploded. Like it just became its own thing.
Yeah.
And that was one of the last ones. Wars as well. Wars is a funny one. We were actually on the road in Vegas. So our one night off in Vegas, and we went, fuck it, we gotta write this song. So we stayed in the hotel and wrote this.
You didn't go out and party, you just wrote a song?
Yeah. Because it was there, it was like...
I'm glad it was Wars though. Like if it was a song that was a bit shit, and then we were like, well, let's not record it. We're like, well, way to spend time in Vegas then, guys. We wrote something that we're never gonna play again, we're never gonna hear again, but that's really why Wars made it. We don't really even like the song, we're just like, well, I better put that.
No, I
for us as a growing band, a single isn't really as poignant as it is.
It's not going to work out.
You know, and we just want the album to be out. We want people to hear the record, because it's not about the single. I think, you know, they almost feel out of context in some ways. Like I get it. Like I love the idea of singles. Like Hero kind of gets away with it because it's kind of just its own vibe, but. You know, Madeline, I love that as a single. But then when you hear it actually with the record, the way it's placed between, I should know this now. I think it's, Walls. Yeah, it's Walls then Madeline, and just that whole journey where it goes into it, because that's a new section of the album, and it just, I don't know, I love the whole point. Like my favorite record is Super Unknown, I'm sure many people know. But it's about a whole album. Like you listen to that start to finish, Songs to Death, like another record that we all love. Like it's a journey start to the end, and that's what this album's meant to be about. And that's the ethic that we're going to keep to as well. I think it's a really make an album. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Let's make a whole.
So many bands don't do that.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like it's just at the moment the people that we've heard so far. It just feels like, you know, if you get a few songs or you get someone to help you write a few songs, to kind of get them in the bag, and you can hear the difference. You can hear the ones that I cared about, and then you can hear the rest that just, you know, it doesn't really matter so much. It's like, we'll never be that bad, and I don't care for that. Like, let's play music so every song has a point, else we're wasting our time, wasting other people's time when you come to a live show. You know, we love, you know, I think someone said, Mark, we talked to Mark earlier, and he was like, oh, what's your favourite song to play live? And honestly, I love playing them all live, because they all have something to say.
Your band is described as incendiary live shows. Just, I mean, your shows are amazing.
That's right.
They are amazing. I cannot wait for this tonight. I really, really can. So speaking of all those other extra songs,
Molotov cocktail.
Paraffin over the drums.
Oh, I was asking you, are you going to sort of jump on his shoulders tonight?
Yeah.
While you're playing.
You ready?
Did you not know that?
Aaron's going to announce you tonight. How do you feel about that?
Bring it on, baby.
Bring it back, boys. Bring it back. The extra songs. have they gone anywhere yet, or are they just waiting for anything new?
They're just waiting, I think.
Yeah.
We'll come back to them and see if they still hold up.
Yeah.
Run Boy Run, that's the one that hopefully, like, I'm promoting it now because I love that song so much.
Yeah.
There's one that, like, I wouldn't work for the first record, but I love to shit. Like,
There's another one that I was thinking about today called Reason.
Oh yeah.
And that will be in there too.
Yeah.
Right.
We've got being the challenges. But I mean, you know, if we're not come up with another 20, 30 songs and they don't kick their asses, then
yeah. I'm really looking forward to the live show and everything. Right, now you, a lot of attention is always around you, Oli, because you started very young and you've done so much at this age. I'm just wondering, watching all your videos, knowing of your diary videos and things, and you're always like writing things down, and you're a writer as well. Now, I just want to know, I mean, you're really young, you're an inspiration to other young people to do this, to do what they love and do what they're passionate. Have you ever thought of writing a book? Is that, would that be in the pipeline?
It'd be a photo book, I think.
A coloring book?
You can't.
There'd be no lines though, so like, you don't have to worry about like colouring outside the lines.
White pages.
It's be a blank book.
Well, because I think you should. I mean, seriously, you're an inspiration to anybody who wants to actually get out there and do what they do and stick to their guns. And just work hard and get it done.
I don't ever write a book. I mean, that's the thing to do now. It's the end thing to do. But I think it depends on the people you surround yourself with. Like, I'm really grateful that Aaron and Adam were in my life in making this music. Like, as joking aside, like I'm really lucky to be touring with two musicians that are so motivated by this band, and also, well, they're being kick-ass human beings, but unbelievable musicians that we all want to push ourselves as individuals to make the best sound we can.
Yeah.
But also do it together. Like, you know, it's about surrounding yourself with the right people. As soon as you surround yourself with toxic people, toxic things coming out. You don't create good things. You put yourself in a bad space, and then you wake up every day and you start questioning everything that you're doing and blaming yourself rather than actually figuring out your own surroundings. And so, it'd be, if I wrote a book, it'd be very short. It'd be. Think about starting music, don't bother.
Maybe a part 1 now or part 2 later on whenever you're old.
Maybe, I think the problem is it wouldn't sell very much, it would take more time. No, I'm trying to get my time back at the moment, so.
Okay, can we briefly talk about, now this is coming towards the end of your current UK tour again, which is brilliant. Has it been, how has people received you on the new album and the tour so far?
I mean, it's been like all the places we've been to. We started up north, like really up north. We started in Inverness, and we were like, I mean, I've never been there. I know the guys haven't. We've never played there before, so we were expecting no one, and we had the reception of a good 60 people who all came with a passion of like, we saw you guys here. We've listened to the record, and like now we're here, and and it's been like that all over the country, and that's. What I've noticed is kind of like people have listened to the record and then they want to find out what they haven't even listened to the EP. They've just listened to the record and just been like, these guys are cool. Let's go see what they're like.
I think the coolest moment was for me was in London. Was "Hey My Love." Because all the songs that I expected. Excuse me. All the songs I expected sponsored by anyway. All the songs I expect people to sing along with, like "Oh My Love" was like the last one I think people go with, and then we just did like we have this little 2-piece section that we do, and we were kind of going for it. It was like all those things like that 2-piece section is really dependent on the crowd atmosphere. Like the wilder the crowd get, the wilder the whole atmosphere get, and it was really working. And then I started singing it, but then everyone else started singing it back. So I just stopped singing, and then the crowd's just singing "Oh My Love," and I was like, "Fuck me!" Like that was the coolest thing. Like as a songwriter. You want people to connect with lyrics, like, and so to have people actually like sing them back and just connecting with that crowd and that kind of level, there's a different kind of ecstasy as a musician. It's really.
That's the fuel that keeps you going.
Absolutely, it is.
That's brilliant. I'd love to see that. Like you're just back from South America as well. How you were in Brazil and Argentina at the Maximus Festival?
That's right, yeah.
Please tell me how you got onto that and how did it go over there? Wow. How did people receive you over there?
As I said, I have an elusive career as a stripper. Just say, I know Max.
Yeah.
I know Max, I think if you look at our Spotify plays, our biggest Spotify audience is actually in South America, is in Brazil.
Wow.
So I think we got picked up because of our plays on Spotify.
Okay.
And then I mean the festivals are incredible. and it was great, like, to play to a crowd that we'd never played before.
Yes.
And again, they knew our lyrics, they knew our songs.
They knew the lyrics as well?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was crazy.
So it was nuts. It was really crazy.
Yeah, wicked time there.
Yeah. And because we were driving in the van, we actually got a good chance to have a few drinks.
Yeah.
Story
was really good
time! Come on, who's got the bad story this time? There has to be, but there's always one.
I'd like to think there was a good one. I don't know. We've been so lame because it's just the drivers. I'm trying to think if there's anything good in Brazil. That's appropriate to
loads of things went missing in Brazil.
Yeah. we had some bad luck with misplacing things.
Yeah.
Our luggage went missing.
Yeah, that was fun.
No.
So we got to like a 5-star hotel we were staying in, which we were blown away by anyway. We were all in like the same clothes we wore like the day before, and like they were like, oh, we can only get your luggage to you like, what was it, 2 days later or a day later or something?
Yeah.
So we were just like roaming around like this 5-star hotel, you know, like with our joggers and stuff.
Just a disclaimer: 5-star hotels are not our usual.
Yeah.
It was true. Yeah, treat at the festival. It's not like, you know, this 5-star hotel was alright, but it's alright the whole time.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, we were smelly clothes, working out in smelly clothes. Yeah, we were hot.
So what's next for RavenEye? What's that?
break.
After this tour, a break?
Yeah, we're having a couple of weeks off.
Yeah.
I'm going back to Australia.
No.
See my
How
family.
long are you going for?
I got 3 weeks.
Oh, that's not
Yeah, but then next year's going to be like the year to end all years.
back in again. Do you think we'll start writing for new albums soon, or do you still want to give this another good shot?
January. That's when the songwriting starts again. Trying like not to really think about it, but now I'm kind of like starting to like sound checks. You get bored of playing the same songs, you start thinking of new ideas. So new ideas are already kind of coming in the pipeline as well. So that'd be really fun. I think it's like nice to like get that space and also just get used to playing these songs live as a band. Like, that was the main thing for us. Like the priority right now is just for everyone to feel like a band together. Everyone to kind of create that one song, one sound for each song, one purpose. And now we're at that point. You know, we really are at that point as a band where it's such a great confident space with every song that it's like, okay, now we can look at next. Like, what do we do next? And
Well, I think it's bands like you that's actually, I mean, it's still, rock and metal's still quite a taboo subject. It's still, oh, that's just a bunch of noise or a bunch of guys screaming. But when you actually listen, it's technical, it's hard to play, it's fantastic. So do you think, because you're very down to earth with your fans as a band, and you get out there, you mix with the crowd, you talk to people, you know, do you think that's helping to break those barriers down, you know, the taboo?
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah.
I mean, we're not rock and roll, really, are we? We're idiots.
You look at all the tour videos, we're clowns.
Yeah, I think we decided to like not take ourselves too seriously, because at the end of the day, like, I think people are over with poses, and you can only be who you are. And one thing, you know, who we are as people, we really want to connect. You know, we're really grateful that people will spend time with us, and we want to give that, not give that back. Like, well, you know, you get a piece of us. No, it's not that. But like, we want to just be around with everyone and kind of share the love of music. You know, at the end of the day.
But you're renowned for this. I mean, when I'm watching all the comments below every time you post something, people absolutely love you guys. You really have built up like a major family, and I think that's
the family thing's really is special.
It's a family. You call it your RavenEye family, your Ravens, your supporters. You know. I wish more bands would do that.
I think the coolest thing about having a cool band name is like, having a band name that you can be like, oh yeah, Ravens, perfect, yes, the flock. It's so cool. I always wanted, like when I was little, I just like can't call people Oli Browns. Oh, my little Oli Browns.
All the little Browns out there.
Yeah, I think it's
more secrets.
I think we're as blown away when people come to our shows from Italy, America, France, and Germany, and just appear at the shows.
France loves you guys.
We love them. Like, it's so cool. Like, it's really cool. Like, I think on the road, like you get to meet so many people and speak to so many people and make so many new friends. You know, like coming back to Northern Ireland, it's like a reunion for us. We get to see you again. You know, we get to hang out with that Mark, who's put us up in his house, which we're so grateful for. And he gets to show us around, and you know, that's the best thing about the best thing is sharing this with everyone.
Thank you for having a chat with me, and good luck with the show tonight and the rest of the tour. This has been Brenda for hardrockhaven.net, and we are absolutely thrilled to be having Nova over here, so we can actually buy it over here now. Thank you very much.
Look, I've got tits.
Yeah, this is the most awesome album of 2016. You have to get it. Thank you.